For more, let's bring in Hilary Brueck. She's a senior health and science reporter for Insider. Hilary, thanks so much for joining us. Now we have two vaccines in the U.S., but it seems there's very little transparency about the distribution, and several governors are saying that they've received less than they were expecting. What's happening?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, the person in charge at Operation Warp Speed came out this morning and did a press conference apologizing for that and saying there was some miscommunication in between the federal government and the states. But what they have said is, 2.9 million doses of Pfizer's vaccine went out last week. And now with Pfizer and Moderna combined, 7.9 million doses are slated to go out next week. So they are continuing to push out, lots of shots, but it sounds like there was some miscommunication there.
Moderna received U.S. government funding as part of Operation Warp Speed. Pfizer didn't. Ultimately, did it make a difference?
I don't think so. Both of these vaccines are extremely similar. They're both mRNA, so both a new vaccine platform, and they're almost identical in terms of how effective they are. Moderna, just above 94% in the trials, and Pfizer 95%. And it looks like Moderna's side effects might be a little more severe, but they're extremely similar vaccines.
Are both of these vaccines simply preventing symptoms, or are they preventing infection and thus, more importantly, preventing transmission?
Yeah, unfortunately, we still don't know the answer to that question. There's been some talk about doing some studies, maybe with college students, where they could test them frequently and find out if the vaccine is indeed protecting you from passing on infections, or if it only protects you from having a symptomatic infection. But unfortunately, both of these studies, Pfizer and Moderna, were only measuring symptomatic infection. So when people got symptoms of the coronavirus, and they found that they did very well at that. And they did especially well at preventing severe disease. So putting people in the hospital, death.
Is there any indication of how long that prevention lasts, if this is going to be something that is a yearly vaccine?
Yeah, that's something that people have talked about. Again, we don't know yet. What we do know is it looks like it's, with Moderna's vaccine, providing several months of protection so far, more than 2, probably more than 3. But beyond that, still an open question about how long it lasts. And there has been some talk that, this might be the kind of thing like an annual flu vaccine where you have to go every year, every other year for a booster shot. But we just don't know yet.
Hilary, there are other vaccines still in the works. AstraZeneca working with Oxford University in the UK, and of course Johnson & Johnson. And China has 3 vaccines it's working on. Russia has its Sputnik V. Ultimately, the global response to this, will it be something that's a collaborative international effort in order to beat this, or a bunch of different countries, each doing their own thing?
Yeah, I think we're already seeing that it's a little bit of both. I mean, with the World Health Organization has the COVAX, they've said that they're going to have, millions of doses of different vaccines going out to more than 190 countries around the world in the first 6 months of next year. But then you have, countries like the US and the UK sort of doing their own thing. So already I think we're seeing that it's both.
Hilary Brueck from Insider, thank you so much for joining us.